This is Brent, and I'm glad to be back with you again. It's been a while since my last broadcast, and I tell you, it's been some great times. And this video is for those who are now should be coming out of their training process, have their CDL, passed and got their state license from their home state. Congratulations on that. I tell you, I commend you because it was a long road. You endured, you set your purpose, and you made it. So congratulations. So now, here's the part now it's time to get on the road. And with Swift, what Swift does, they have a mentor program. So once you finish your training, your school, you have now stepped out of the academy level, and you've now stepped into the company level where you have gone through your orientation. They have flown you somewhere in North America, somewhere in the United States, and you're about to go out now, and you've been upgraded into a employee, and you're about to do 200 hours with a mentor. Now, let me tell you this. I don't know where it came from. I don't know what has where the story has been. You're going out with a mentor is an experienced driver who's been on the road and has gone through all the things that you are about to go through. So the purpose of the mentor is for you to take all those things that you think you already know and apply the skills that you have just learned, the mechanics, and apply them to the road, to the real world situation. Now, I have gone out with my mentor. I had just a great time, a very learning experience, because I set in my mind that I'm going to have some discomfort for a short period of time. Not everything I agreed with my mentor, but one thing I did do, I respected the fact that it's his truck and it's his domain and the atmosphere and everything is, and I am just a guest. When you go to somebody's home, you just don't go into their refrigerator. You just don't go into the, run upstairs, run in the backyard, start up their barbecue and all that. You are a guest in their home. And sometimes we make transitions in life. And so we may have to stay with someone for a little bit until we got our own place. So look at it like this. You have to stay with someone for a little bit of time and get paid for it. And then you go into your own place. So as you're doing this with your mentor, somebody has said, if you don't like your mentor, if he's not doing this and that, or you come up with demands. So I suggest just this right now. For a short period of time, consider a discomfort to get to the next level where you need to go. All right. There's going to be personality classes, and there may not be any personality classes. Me and my mentor, we didn't clash one time. We did not have one argument because he's my mentor. What am I going to argue to him about? He's showing me how to get down the road and stay between the lines. So what are we going to argue about? All right. So now, as I progress through Swift, I'm now a owner operator. I own my own truck. I pay the payments, and my increase is substantial. And I'm also a mentor. So if I had a few students, matter of fact, I have a student now, and he's a good student. So he probably date, and I'm not going to tell you about everything. But what I want to do, explain what I have recognized, what I've noticed is that when you come to the truck, there are some things that you need to be prepared for. And so the objective here is to have you prepared for stepping into the truck with your mentor. Sorry for the long intro. I may erase all this and do it all over again because I kind of went on a rant. I apologize for that. But this is very important. When you get your mentor, what you need to bring, at least 5-7 days, a change of clothes. The only space you're not going to have closets and drawers and this big old area you can put all your stuff in. Only space that I've got when I was with my mentor was I get the top bunk. That was my space. That was my sleeping space. That was a space to put my clothes. That was a place to put my bags. And so everything I had was up there in the bunk. So I had, oh my goodness, it's like 80 feet long and 48 inches wide. So it's like a twin bed, a little bit narrower than that. So I had my feet up on my back sometimes, and after a few days, I was able to make the arrangements so I could get comfortable and sleep. But that's all you need to bring with you because it's a tight space. There's a lot of drawers, there's a lot of cabinets in the truck, but like I said in my intro, that is the mentor's home. And he's inviting you to come into the truck and be able to learn how to drive his truck or the company truck, the truck he's been given charge over. In my case, when I take on a student, I am putting a student in a truck I paid $148,000 for and trusting him to drive that thing. So I automatically expect respect for the equipment. And I also respect the fact that he wants to learn or she wants to learn. So when you come in, the mindset is that I want to learn how to take this truck and move it down the road, how to go into a dock and back into that dock. I want to pick your brain, and since you have zero accidents, that you have gone down these roads, you have climbed these mountains, you have gone through these tunnels, you have taken these tight curves, you have survived, you're still alive, and you haven't taken anyone else's life. And this is the testimony I want to have as a driver. So the respect is that you're coming into driving somebody else's vehicle. So when you come in, you have that small area of space and you're allowed to get behind the wheel. And once you get behind the wheel, you're going to be, because you have your license. In the state and across the United States, you are a licensed CDL driver. You are a professional truck driver in the eyes of the state. The mentor is there to put the professionalism into you. The academy's job was to get you your license. The mentor's job is to help you adapt to changing. Here's simply how it is. You're changing from your driving habits of your car to the driving habits of a truck. So you got to take it from this point. You'll have little disciplines which will turn into habits, and those habits will turn into your lifestyle so you can put that truck down the road safely. And so while my children and my wife and my kids are going down the road and my family, you're not coming along and shortening their lives, and vice versa with your family and your friends out there. Because a lot can happen already with you doing everything perfectly right. Somebody can come in and cause you to flip that truck over, put you in a ditch, take you out, and have you take out 6 or 7 other trucks. So the mentor's job is to get you to a mindset that these things can happen. These things on the highway, it's not if a car is going to cut in front of you, it's when the car is going to cut in front of you. It's the mentor's job is to give you the professional patience. The patience to wait and sit back 8 to 10 seconds on another vehicle. The patience to sit and look at every sign that's out on the road. It's amazing. With your mindset correctly, to come in and to learn the different nuts and bolts, then this is what you need to do. Okay, so I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, and 4. The first thing you want to do when you get with your mentor, you respect of each other. Talk to each other. The first 50 hours with Swift is a learning curve. It's the mentor's responsibility to say this student is able to continue on into the mentorship and to work up to his upgrade into his own truck, or it's his job to say that you're going back to the academy or shifting class or something like that. It's not his job to see if you can shift. It's his job to show you how you can frequently shift and when to make those shifts. So first thing is Swift has a Qualcomm. It's an operating system. It's an electronic system. It's the e-logs, and it's a communicator. It is the nervous system of communication for that truck and you to be able to communicate with your driver manager, and the rest of the teams, Swift team and safety and so forth. All right, and I drive for Swift. And I am perfectly happy. Swift, like I said in the earlier video, is the largest. There's nobody larger than them. There's nobody that has more loads than Swift. The grass can look greener on the other side, but as an owner, operator of my truck, if I took that truck and tried to go somewhere else, there's nobody that has more loads than Swift. So if it gets slow at Swift, guess what? It's slow at some other place. But right now, it is not slow. In my first 60 days with Swift as owner operator, I brought in over $30,000. So and that was in the beginning. It's substantially past that now, and I'll do an owner op video little later. The next one will be for owner op. All right, but this one's on a mentor. So now the first thing is you want to, with that nervous system of that truck, you want your mentor, or you want to ask him, can I navigate and operate that? And we're taught to let you be able to operate and work that quail column. So you want to learn that. You want to get in there. First of all, you got to get his rules or her rules. And you get in there, you want to learn the quail column. When you get off that truck, you want to be proficient in operating that operating system. And it's not hard. If you can operate your cell phone, you can operate the Qualcomm system. Just have a mind to learn. There's so much that you have to learn. There's no time for drama. There's no time. My mentor has bad breath. Suck it up. Crack the window. You know what I'm saying? Because small quarters. So there's no time to let some silliness interfere where you're trying to go and the income you're trying to make. So get past it. Get past it. And there's sometimes there's some qualified situations where you may have to change a mentor. There's just some people just don't get along and won't get along. But if you can be the bigger person and say, okay, I'm just gonna man up or woman up and get past this. Next thing, you want to be able to make sure that you can get out that truck and that you can hook and you can unhook, that you can work those coupling systems, that you can move those tandems. And so you can set those tandems in a place that's supposed to be set in, that you can drive in, hook up on a trailer, set the tandems in the place they properly need to be, required by the state or required by the law for your scales. Learn that. Those holes back there on those tandems represent something. Learn what each one represents, what the measure is, what the weight, 250 pounds per hole on your tandems and 500 on your fifth wheel. Learn that from your mentor. Learn how to look at a manifest or bill of lading and know what the weight is and where you need to have those tandems set. Because when you get on your own, it's your responsibility and it's your license. Okay, so you want to get that. You want to be able to have your pre-trip down to a T, getting up in the hood, doing all the safety items, checking all those airlines, making sure there's no new leaks, making sure you got air in those tires. You want to make sure that everything is proper and correct, because if there's an accident, you are the professional and they're going after you to make sure you professionally did everything correctly to move that load and to bring that truck and trailer onto these United States highways. All right. So there's a lot in the mentor. There's no time for the drama because you're trying to get your goal. So you have a truck and you're out there and you're making a living that is more substantial than you have made for your family before. And you got to, whatever your reason is, you can get out there. And this is what you want to get from the mentor. After you learn the outside hook up and how to, get all those things down, then you want to make sure that you're able to go down that road. It's the easy part is staying between the lines. All right. But he's going to have you looking at things and recognize. I remember my first student. I said, what did that sign just say? It was, he's better now. I guarantee you, he's better now. You're going to learn to recognize things that you never recognized when you drove your own POV. When you had your own little four-wheeler car, you're going to recognize signs that you haven't never seen or never paid attention to. And you're going to get to a point, it's like I said, the disciplines turn into habits, habits turn into the lifestyle, that you'll be able to read signs far out. Your peripheral vision will be so phenomenal that you'll even be able to see a deer move in the woods when it's 10 feet away from the road. I know you hunters wish you had that vision now, but your vision is going to get bigger. And so you're going to be able to see things. So let this mentor show you how to move down the road, how to make a right-hand turn, left-hand turn, how to use your trailer to be a linebacker so no car comes in before you. These are the things you want to get from your mentor before you leave that truck and get on your own. Now, Swift pays you. Don't worry about what the mentor is getting paid. Don't worry about the mile. You have to drive 200 miles and collect your paycheck while you're getting trained. Because there's some companies out there don't pay you during this phase. I'm not company bashing, but what I'm trying to say to you is that if you concentrate on the task at hand, and that is getting your 200 hours in, getting the knowledge you need to get through then this process, that's what you need. Your mentor is going to show you how to take those trips and how to record those trips, how to take those bill of ladings, how to put those bill of ladings in a position so now the company you work for can be able to bill their customer from the information you put and you document on there. And you learn how to scan up those documents and get it to them so they can do what they do, so your check will continue to flow. So it's a win-win situation. The mentor process is a very important process. The mentor process that you go through is going to be what you need when you step out there and you're on your own. Let me tell you something. I got my own truck. My first week out, they didn't say, "Hey, Brent, where do you want to go?" They didn't say, "Hey, Brent, this is what, here's your options." They gave me a truck and they gave me a load number. I took that load number, I got dispatched, I went to go pick that thing up, and everything that I didn't think I would remember that the mentor told me, I had to call him up and thank him because I had been deposited things into me that I did not necessarily understand when he told me previously. So I don't want to bore you, and it's gone far and long. What I want you to do is you're on your way. You're just about there. And you get through the mentor program and you want to be an urchin. You want to pull everything you can from that driver. And you pull what you can from that driver and you take what you can, and what's not right, you leave out. But you are able to process, get those loads going, and then you're working and you're accident free. You got your safety, you got your Qualcomm, you've got your rig and your trailer. Everything is great, and then now you're on the road and you're well on your way to successful phases going through. And there's so many phases with Swift that it's just phenomenal. I mean, listen, I looked at quite a bit. I did all my research before, and I'm doing my research now. But I'm gonna do something on owner op, because I was told that I was told all kinds of stories, and I found out I was told stories from what got people heard. So I'm gonna tell you what I know, and I'm gonna tell you that it's not for everybody, but the money's good. And you know what? You become a good student during the mentor process, and you start mentoring others and duplicating you through others on the road. And that's a rewarding also. So I tell you what, it's been a plum picking pleasure, and I'll talk to you soon. Hey, thank you for watching the video. Thank you for the previous videos and all the comments and everything. And I probably got to re because I think I've gone too long. I appreciate your time. Don't want to, just bore you, but you have a good time. Bye-bye.